Hey everyone, this is Tom Desmond of Apricot Law with a detailed analysis of your top local competitors for this phrase, Charlotte car accident lawyer. As you know, being ranked in the top 3 for this phrase is going to bring you a lot of car accident cases. That's the top 3 here. So in this video, I'm going to pick through these 2 sites or 3 sites and focus on the 2 most important elements with which are relevance and authority. So you know exactly how these top sites got up here, and more importantly, how to outrank them and get those calls and cases. There's 2 short videos in the sidebar of this website that you're on our website, apricotlaw.com. There's a proof video and then an education video. And there's an offer if you want analysis of your site so you can see how you stack up to these competitors and get a very clear plan to outrank them. Click the red button above and I'll send a video. I'll shoot a video just like this focused on your website and you'll get it in about 24 hours and it's totally free. So here we go and jump in. Here's the phrase, Charlotte car accident lawyer. This is AdWords, pay-per-click. We know gets a terrible bounce rate, so it's a waste of money. Here is the maps, which is valuable. However, this is going to be disappearing soon, so I'm not going to focus on that. Here's the winner circle 1, 2, and 3. And this section here gets 80% of the clicks, so it's what we're gonna focus on. It's where you need to be. Let me draw your attention to this section right here. This is a plugin that I have that pulls these SEO analytic tools. And I'm going to explain these numbers. Now, organic ranking is not magic. It is numbers. It's a science, and it's these numbers. So this is what we're going to focus on today. And before I jump in there, I just want to point out a couple of things about these numbers. 2 things. One, they're ratings from 1 to 100. 100 is the highest. And then 2, these numbers are affected by backlinks. And a backlink is when another website links to you. It feeds your website nutrition. So think of these numbers like health meters or strength meters. If you have good, relevant, trustworthy, and strong websites linking to you, to your website, these numbers go up. And when you have good metrics, you have good backlinks, if you have your on-site SEO set up as well, then you climb up into the top spots. And hands down, that's how it works. That's how you win, and that's how you get lots of calls and cases from the web. So now let's jump into these metrics here. So here's the phrase, again, in there, you can see it in their title, and this is the top ranking site, DeMeo. And I've looked at this website several times. I've analyzed maybe thousands and thousands of law firm websites. So it's good. I'll kind of guide you through these numbers and tell you what I see in comparison to the thousands of other websites that I've analyzed in this niche. So trust flow, and that's exactly what that is, this trust flow. This number is determined by the trustworthiness of the other websites linking into this website. And there's a topic trust flow. So this 43 here, that's purple, it says society/law. That means most of the websites that are linking into this website are law related. And this is a very good number. So 43 here is for the home page, and this little 37 here means it's the trust flow of the ranking page, which is this URL. That's a great number. That's what we shoot for. Many of our clients, we push up into this level of trust because we have a lot of law-related links, websites that we own, like 600 of them. So it's easy for us to do that over time. But this is a good number. So this is the website to beat. And you'll see in comparison to the other ones, this number is very good. Page authority, that's another important number. So you may have heard of either of these or both of these, or some people talk about domain authority. Page authority is more important because it's actually the strength of the page that is ranking, which is their car accident page. And this 23 is pretty low, actually. I'm a little surprised to see a page authority of 23 in the #1 position in this market, because this is a great market for car accidents. We like to push ours up into the high 30s, 41, 42, something like that. Usually strong enough to rank for anything you want in any market. Kind of links, news sites or press release distribution sites or Web 2.0, you can push up the authority strength of your website with any number of websites, as long as those sites do have their own authority. TrustFlow, like I said before, is more about topic. So you want to get law-related websites to link to you, not sports or yoga or shopping or something. And you'll see down here at the bottom, you'll start to see some of these websites with their link building is not perfectly clean. You see like recreation and pets, arts and music. So that's why this is in the number 9 spot. And this website Demeo is in the number 1 spot. And this is another tool called Ahrefs. This is the overall links pointing into the website as a whole. 21,000 links. That's a lot. That's a good number. And then this little 141 means there's 141 links pointing into this ranking page. These are good numbers. This RD means referring domains. That means that there's, according to this tool, there's 294 different websites linking into this website. Referring domains is more important than total links. You can have 5 referring domains and each one links 1,000 times if you have a link in the footer. It's not as powerful as having a lot of referring domains. Referring domains is more important than overall links. I'm going to click this link because I'm curious to see what their traffic value is, and maybe I can explain something. Okay, so this is another tool called SEMrush. It gives us a lot of great information. All the keywords are their ranking and what the value is for if they were to pay for them for pay-per-click. Excuse me, but the most important metrics that I use for this tool are these 3, and they put them right up there. So there's a good reason they're the most important. This is 600 visitors a month, which is pretty good. It's a good number in this market. This is the most important thing. This is what I like to look at, traffic cost. This is actually traffic value, because what this means is if they were to pay for each click that they're getting organically with these 2,500 keywords, they would have to pay this amount of money, $67,000 a month with pay-per-click. So this is a pretty clear indication that pay-per-click is, you're going to get way better return on your investment if you spend $6,000 or $7,000 a month on organic SEO compared to pay-per-click. Okay, so that's interesting. And this is another cool thing. This shows what the mobile results are. So their mobile site is not doing nearly as well as their desktop, so they need to focus on their mobile, because 60% of the people who visit sites use their phones now. So these numbers are pretty low. There's only 250 words ranked in their mobile site. They only get 1,500 visitors a month, and the traffic value is $34,000 a month, which is still very good. I hope that was interesting. Next. So in the number 2 spot, and I'll talk about on-page SEO as soon as I compare these numbers so you can see the difference here. Number 1 and number 2, look at the difference in the numbers. So TrustFlow in the number 1 spot, the ranking page is a 37, overall is 43. It's very good. TrustFlow of the number 2 site, their home page is a 25, much lower, and the page authority is a 38. So the page authority is 30 of the home page is very different than an internal page. Their home page is probably higher than a 38. So this is a pretty clear indication that Google is favoring websites that have really strong topical trust flow of the websites that are linking into them. So that's kind of why we built that network of sites that we own. They're all in different IP addresses. There's about 600 of them. We have a team of people that manage them all the time. Google really trusts them. And we can link to our clients whenever we want, and we push this number up. That's how it works. So let's talk about on-page SEO. And I won't click on this one because this is their homepage, and it makes more sense to talk about an internal page when it comes to on-page SEO, because that's really the way it should be set up. And then I'll show you an example of one of our sites and how we do it, because I'm not really that impressed with this on-page SEO. I use this tool to pull, I'm going to turn this tool off so it doesn't keep jumping around on me. Here's another tool I use. It's called Moz. It just pulls the on-page SEO components into this little section so I can talk about it. Here's the URL, one of the most important SEO, on-page SEO elements. And theirs is under-optimized. It just says auto accidents. It could be super sharply optimized if it said Charlotte car accident lawyer, right? It'll match the keyword perfectly. just like their page title. Their page title is actually, it could be sharper. Instead of auto and attorney, the more commonly searched phrase is car and lawyer. So Charlotte Car Accident Lawyer is the most valuable phrase, yet they chose to put something that is not as valuable in the title. The meta description, no longer a ranking factor, but we do write our own custom meta descriptions because you could put a nice call to action in there, put a phone number. It's great that they left this blank. It's totally useless. That's meta keywords. And the H1 again is under optimized. So you might be thinking, well, what are you talking about under optimized? Number one, well, this is an opportunity because we've tested this thousands of times. And when you change the URL, the page title, and the H1 tag, and you make it match the keyword, the rankings improve. So the fact that this website's in the number one spot without super sharp SEO means there's an opportunity for another personal injury firm to jump up there. To better illustrate how to set up your on-page SEO, so I'm going to do that. Salt Lake City Car Accident Lawyer. Here's our client number 1 and number 2. It takes up 2 spots. And let's talk about this. So that was the phrase, Salt Lake City Car Accident Lawyer, and I'm going to talk about on-page SEO now. Look at that URL. Just very simple. It's not rocket science. It matches the key phrase perfectly. The page title matches the key phrase perfectly as well. It's just very simple. We added the call to action. The meta description is no longer a ranking factor, but it is important to write these by hand so you can get that call to action in there. Because if you leave it blank, Google will choose some text from your page. And then H1s and H2s. I'm just going to adjust my mic here because it's blowing me out. H1s and H2s are super important. The H1 needs to match the keyword, the most commonly searched phrase. So, and that's not auto attorney, auto accident attorney, or auto crash attorney. It's car accident lawyer. That's the most commonly searched phrase. And we also put call to action in there. Check out these H2 tags. These are really important. H2 tags are more like article style headlines. They're a little longer. They're designed to guide the reader down the page, and also have some synonyms and other commonly searched phrases in them. And that's what this does. So this is where you get your synonym, auto rec, and some other commonly searched phrases and points of interest like prove negligence, gathering evidence. We got the word claim in there. We got the word court in there a couple times. And then we put the keyword in there again. So that's a good example of an H2 tags. I'll show you what they are. This is an H1. That's the bigger one, the main keyword. And then these smaller red headlines are H2 tags. Right. So now this is important. This is the most, I'm going to open up all these menus. You see what I'm doing here on the left. This is probably the most powerful thing that anybody with a business who has a website can do. And that is to provide lots of relevant information for your readers. That's what Google's looking for ultimately. Their main objective is to promote websites that have lots of relevant content. And it's not rocket science. Again, I love to say that because it's very simple. You find the keywords. We've already done all the research. The keywords that are most commonly searched and most commonly clicked on websites, and you provide that information for your prospects to read. So it does a couple of things. One, it helps Google to see that you're providing great relevant information. And Google wants to choose websites that are doing just that. They want to find sources of information. So when you have a lot of relevant content, and if it's set up properly with the proper SEO and internal linking, you get points for that in Google's eyes. The other thing is when a prospect comes on your site and they see these links over here, some of these are going to pertain to that reader. So they're going to click something. Oh, I had a head injury in my car accident, so this must be relevant information. This suits my situation. So they're going to click on it. When someone clicks on something on your site, Google sees that, and your bounce rate goes down. And websites with low bounce rates are very easy to rank. Google loves websites that people click around on because it's a clear indicator that it's a valuable source of information. So you want to have content that suits them perfectly. What I see in a lot of websites is content. I was going to use that as an example, but content that doesn't pertain to the subject of the page. So you don't want to put your nursing home neglect or dog bite or slip and fall pages in your car accident silo. You want to keep it all focused on car accidents. So all of these are common causes, common injuries, common types, frequently asked questions, all car, truck, motorcycle. Okay. Now look what happens when you have that set up properly. Google loves your site so much that anytime you search anything with head injury, car accident, Salt Lake City, that was one of those long tail phrases that I clicked on in the sidebar. You take up number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. That's 5 spots, the top 5 spots for head injury from car accident. Let's change that to brain injury. Same thing. Number 1, number 2, number 3, right? You get the idea. So how did we do that? It's with on-site SEO and good links. So I'll run down that quickly again. Here's the main car accident page. When you add another page to it and you create that child-parent relationship, this turns into a folder. So this folder starts to become very strong when you start adding a lot of these other supporting pages to it. So this is the head injury page supporting the car accident page. If you can see all the on-site SEO, it all matches that phrase. The H1 tags with the call to action and keywords in there. Same thing with the H2 tags. They all suit head injuries, right? Doctor, benefits of hiring, a car accident head injury lawyer, long-term care for head injury, etc. And it has the same custom sidebar as the top of the silo. So that's the idea, common types. So and anytime you search any of these head-on collision, common injuries, whatever it is, we take up half the page. So this firm is getting a ton of traffic. So that's how that's done. I hope this video is helpful. I try to cover a bunch of different things. We looked at some of your top local competitors, and we looked at those authority numbers, trust flow, page authority, total links, referring domains, and then we started to pick apart some of those sites, but found it better to actually look at one of our clients to see how to set up your site. If you have any questions, please feel free to call me. I'm easy to reach and easy to talk to, and you should definitely hit that button and get the free website audit video so I can sort through your website and shoot a video for you to see exactly what's going on and exactly what it's going to take to outrank those competitors of yours. All right, all the best, and I hope to talk to you soon.